We now have a brilliant mind coming onto the stage. He is an investment expert working as Vice President Morgan and Stanley. I hope people who have lots of money can take his advice now for how to invest in global investment groups. And it's Mr. Santhosh Kumar. I request him to come onto the stage. A brief about him. He is a quantitative finance expert, investor, technology and transportation innovator. He is a visionary, entrepreneur and former Wall Street leader. I hope most of us know where is Wall Street and what it does. Now pioneering next generation transportation technology to redefine human movement. I don't know, he must be flying us in the air just like that. We should be listening to him and understand what it is. And with a track record of outperforming global financial markets, developing cutting-edge numerical models and integrating quantitative finance with Vedic astrology. That is also his specialization, so we should be able to understand how he is relating it to the investments. And seeking investors to scale India's first successful commercial air taxi infrastructure that will cut travel time by 50%. So if you are cutting your travel time by 50%, it means you're not only saving your time, but also your money. And he's the CEO of Shree Krishna company, which has revolutionized quantitative finance by integrating Vedic astrology and algorithmic trading. Developed a proprietary numerical model leveraging cosmic cycles that outperform traditional trading strategies, increasing annual profitability by 200%. So if you're putting 100 rupees today, it will be 200% more next year. We also have wonderful AI-based prediction systems with us. So I hope Santhosh and Professor will join and use also the AI technology that is with us, especially in the trading platform, which can give you 99.9% accuracy in predictions. And also, that is AI-based. You can, in the next 2 minutes, if you put 100 crores now, in the next 2 minutes, if it is going by 99.9%, imagine what kind of money you are making. So that platform is getting ready. But because of your expertise and the work that he has carried out in various organizations related to the finance, and also he is using astrology to do the prediction as well as investment. So I think we should all be able to understand it much better and do better investments for our own growth. Thank you very much, Santhosh. Please take the stage. Thank you.
I've been working Hare Krishna, Shree Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare, He Nadha, Narayana Vasudeva. So I was born in India, Kerala, in a tiny countryside. So obviously I did my engineering. I moved over to United States back in 1996. So I had a fascination, obviously. I really did want to work in Wall Street and make a ton of money. That I really, because during my childhood, we had problems that we didn't have money, okay, which was quite common during those days. Work in Wall Street. So obviously I was lucky at the very, very first beginning. I was being able to join Morgan Stanley, in a couple years, landed in United States. So, it's very important. It's a very important part of trading in Wall Street, mathematical modeling. Okay. So, is anybody familiar with quantitative modeling here? Okay. Okay. So obviously what we do is we do the data mining. Okay? Many people do the data mining, okay, to find one particular market action. okay? So the problem with data mining, can anybody tell me the disadvantage of data mining? Okay, all your computers and all your AIs. So what are the disadvantages of data mining? If you are doing the data mining, somebody else can do that too, right? They are all from the same school. Doesn't matter if you are from Goldman Sachs, or you are from Morgan Stanley, or you are from Bear Stearns, or you are from Lehman. Doesn't matter wherever you are from. Okay, you went to the same school and you do the comparable data mining, and originally you have been the only person who was doing that particular kind of data mining, and you have identified one particular market action. Then what you do, you convert that particular market action into one particular algorithm, right? Then you integrate that into the trading. Before that, you do the back testing, right? So when you do the back testing, so one particular market action, when you have converted that into a formula, okay, you apply across several years, okay? You apply that formula across several years. So if you are able to get, I would say, 80+% batting average based on that particular formula over a period of time, that formula works, right? Am I too boring for you? Okay, so it's a little complicated. It's like, so if you have an 80% batting average, you pick the algorithm formula, okay? Then having one formula, is that enough? No, okay? Okay, okay. So one formula is not good enough, okay? You will be waiting with one particular algorithm, okay, and one particular market configuration for a trade, waiting forever, okay? You are not going to make money, right? With one formula applicable to maybe one market, two market, okay? So what we do is we try to identify multiple market conditions, okay? Multiple market conditions, multiple market actions, okay? And convert maybe 5, 10, okay, into 5 or 10 mathematical formulas, okay? Again, going back testing over several years, okay, based on whatever the market data available, okay? Then now you have an army of 10 formulas, okay? Then you will have to test it across various markets. It could be gold, it could be crude oil, it could be gasoline, it could be natural gas, it could be Dow Jones, it could be NASDAQ. So you test it across the market, okay? And pick the formula that could be applicable across the board, okay? If one formula is just applicable to crude oil, it wouldn't work, okay? So you have multiple formulas, multiple markets. Then what do we have? Multiple time frames, okay? So when you derive a particular trade, okay, when you pick a particular trade, so time horizon, which is very important, okay? So you could be picking a trade based on 1 minute chart, okay? So if you are a high-speed trader, you cannot have the trade based on daily chart, right? Okay, you might have to do maybe 300 trades per day, okay? So you will have to depend on minute chart, okay? So the integration of multiple time frames, okay? multiple algorithms, okay, and multiple markets, okay. Why would we need this? I'll tell you, and multiple time frames. It could be based on a minute chart, it could be based on 5-minute chart, it could be based on 15 minutes chart, doesn't matter. So you have multiple time frames, you have multiple markets, you have multiple formulas. So this can trickle in various trades in a day. You don't have to wait with one formula, okay, and pray for one trade to trickle in, okay? So you make pennies, okay? Say, for example, if you have 10 trades or 20 trades or 30 trades or 50 trades trickled in, okay? You diversify the trades into multiple markets, and it could be long or short. Doesn't matter. You don't need the market to go higher to make money. Hey, we short crude oil, okay? Say the Dow Jones is going down. So if our model is indicating a bear market, we short the market, okay? And we go long when it indicates a bull market, okay? So multiple, direction, okay? It could be long or short, multiple directions and multiple time frames can bring in, okay? You don't have to take big risk, okay? You don't have to put everything in one basket, okay? So you diversify your portfolio into multiple markets, multiple algorithms, multiple time frames that can trickle in, okay? Dollars, little by little, and end of the day, several drops become big ocean, okay? So that way, the advantage is the portfolio volatility, okay? You have a formula, something they call it Sharpe Ratio, okay? So it's a correlation between the drawdown of a portfolio and pickup, okay? Okay, of the portfolio. So in general, S&P index, can anybody tell me what is the Sharpe ratio for S&P 500 index? Okay, it's 1, okay? That means S&P could go down 1% of any day, and then the bouncing back, we don't expect more than 1% too. Okay, so that's how this is being calculated. Okay, so obviously, so 1 is the Sharpe ratio in general for S&P 500. It could be higher for crude oil. Okay, I don't have the data with me. So after integrating this philosophy, okay, we were able to bring up. Okay, take up the Sharpe ratio from 1. Can you imagine how much we went up to? We went up to a Sharpe ratio of 13. Okay, nobody in Wall Street could do this thing in the past. This was validated by Tower. Okay, Tower is a research firm started by the head of quantitative desk, Mark Gorton, in New York. Okay, it's all his money, $1 billion fund. So he validated it, and after that, I forgot the name of the company. Couple more hedge funds, substantial hedge funds, validated the Sharpe ratio 13. So basically, the risk reward represents the higher the Sharpe ratio, lower the risk. So if you have a 10% Sharpe ratio, if the portfolio advances, say 10%, okay, what kind of drawdown you can expect from 10%? 10% of whatever, the capital gain you made over that period of time, okay? So that way 13 means if our portfolio goes up, like say 100%, okay, the maximum drawdown, that can happen could be 13% of that 100% return, okay? So that's what I did. So there was several other factors, okay? So when you build a model, you take average annual volatility of the indexes, right? S&P in general goes up and down maybe 10% annually, okay? That's the general. In a normal market, it happens. It can go up 5 to 10% annually. Okay, Dow Jones can go up or down 5 to 10% annually. But sometimes crazy things can happen. Okay, back in 2000, okay, we had tech wreck, right? The market went down 10% a day, okay? 15% a day. Okay, your formula, algorithm, blow up in the air, doesn't work, okay? Because the annual volatility we calculated based on the general annual volatility, 10%. So there are unprecedented times when you can blow up whatever you made over a period of 10 to 20 years. Okay, last week, okay, we had what, 1,500 points decline in NASDAQ 100 index. Okay, what percentage is that? Okay, what, 16,100 index value, 1,500, approximately what, 5%, whatever, okay? You call it, it's unprecedented. So what happened, the slippage happens. Okay, you have all the bells and whistles, you have stoppages here, there, wherever, okay? You blow your stop and you get filled 15% below your stop. Okay, see, you are actually trading, you are in the real world, so you don't get whatever you want, so you blow up the portfolio, okay? That's where the role of Vedic astrology comes, okay? Then we need tweaking, okay? We need tweaking while picking the average volatility for that particular period of time, okay? That's when the Vedic astrology comes to save you your, save your life savings, okay, in critical time, okay? So it's I have back tested, okay? I have back tested, the cosmic, whatever you call it, okay? Brihaspati, the Mars, okay, the Chandra, the moons, okay, the Jupiter, the Rahu, and the Ketu, okay? I'll tell you, okay, I studied Vedic astrology. I didn't believe to begin with. Okay, when I went to United States, I thought, okay, this is only for Indians who do Narayana, Narayana, Krishna, Krishna, okay? It's not for Westerners. I thought the money that Westerners will have will never decline. It only happens to Indians. We lose money. We were kings, now we are poor, okay? So the money losing formula is only applicable to Indians. That's what I thought when I went to the West back in the 90s, okay? Then over a period of time, I saw a friend of mine, billionaire, becoming worth zero overnight, okay? Bear Stearns, okay? Greenberg, okay? He was worth a couple $1 billion day before, and the day after, the company Bear Stearns went belly up, okay? Mark Gold, Lehman, okay? Lehman Brothers, okay, was comparable to Goldman Sachs those days, okay? Okay, so comparable to Morgan Stanley. It went belly up during what? Financial turmoil, okay? Okay, Goldman was almost bankrupt, Morgan Stanley was almost bankrupt, JP Morgan was almost bankrupt, but they were all saved by the US government, okay? So when you have such an unprecedented turmoil in the market, okay, it's really, really hard. That's when we can apply the Vedic astrology and the Bharatiya wisdom, okay, Bhagavan's wisdom, to save ourselves from these kind of situations. And we can even short the market and make ton of money. Okay, that's the advantage. Okay, so so there are. So I would want to share. I don't know how many more minutes is left. Few more, 5 more. Okay, so so we have Navagrahas. Okay, okay. Bhumi, not Bhumi. It's Earth-centric. Okay, so we are not. We are Earth-centric. Okay, so we are not taking Bhumi. Okay. So, Surya, okay, Chandra, then comes Buddha, okay, Mercury, Shukra, Venus, okay, then Kuja or Mangala, okay, Mars, okay, then Jupiter, okay, and then Saturn, okay. So, for the financial stock market, we have to, for every market, Rahu is very significant, okay? And he's the one who creates volatility, okay? Rahu, okay? So people think he's not a Graha, okay? Can anybody tell me what is Rahu? North, I heard north node and south node, people telling. What is Rahu? Okay. Okay. You have the elliptical path of moon around the globe Earth, right? Okay. You have another elliptical path of Earth around the sun. Okay. So on the northern side of the globe, where these two meet, okay, intersect, that's Rahu. Understand? See, if we have food, apple hanging around near the mouth, we won't be able to eat, right? But in a platter, it's away, then we can take and eat, right? So even if we have all the energy from the Jupiter, positive energy, so the grahas are divided into two, okay? Baba and Shubha, okay? So when you do the back testing of various grahas, okay, Jupiter is for the stock market, okay? Rahu in general for the volatility of any market. So when Rahu is in a very, uncomfortable situation, okay, where say recently, very recently, the Saturn have joined Rahu in Meenam Rashi, okay? Sun came over, another Paba. Rahu himself is a Paba, okay? Shani is a bigger Paba, okay? Then Sun, even though Surya Atma Jagada Tastu Shascha, we all learn Surya is the Atma of this particular galaxy, okay? He is Narayana, Surya Narayana, okay? So even though, but in the material world, okay, in Vedic astrology, considered to be Pava, comparable to Mars, okay? But, just for some sort of basic mathematical calculation, they have divided into Pava and Shubha. They have Shukra, Mercury, the moon, and the Jupiter, and these are the Shubha Grahas. So once you understand, what particular planet is correlated to any particular market, say stock market, 100% Jupiter, okay? Okay, and also technology, Rahu too, okay? It's a combination of Jupiter and Rahu. Rahu purely crude oil, okay? Rahu and Sun, gasoline, petrol, okay? Then natural gas, Saturn and Sun, okay? These are the various grahas that is directly correlated to some of these markets. And when you have a Shubha graha standing in the second house where they are, if you have a Shubha graha, particularly Jupiter, that market, so you pick the direction up. Okay? So when I can guarantee and show you that year 2000, 2008, 2020, okay, market crashes. We had Saturn in the second house of Jupiter, okay, and we had again Saturn in the second. No, Rahu in the second house of Jupiter in 2008, okay, and when Saturn came, when the Jupiter moved and the Saturn was placed in the second house of Jupiter, we had tech wreck in 2000, okay? So when you pick the direction, okay, you won't be in the wrong side of the market. So if you can integrate our Vedic knowledge into our trading model, at least when you pick the market direction, okay? Everything we do is directional bet in the stock market or anything, right? In the commodity market. So I'm telling you, our Indian Shastras, I don't call it science, okay? Science changes today, it changes today. But the Shastras, they never change, okay? So if you can learn, okay, I'm telling you, but to understand the Shastra, you need to have the mentality of a yogi. So you have to do substantial japa. That's the advantage of us, Indians, okay? We do ton of japas, and it's for us, understanding Shastra is easier than Westerners, okay? So if you can integrate some sort of japa, I don't think meditation simply helps, okay? Meditation can help, but you need to have antakarana shuddhi. You have to clean up your mind, buddhi, and ahankara. So japa is important before you do that. And you know, you fall asleep, you know, if you just do, you know, dhyana, okay? So japa is important, everything. Whatever we did in the past, our grandpas did, grandmothers did in the past, those are the right things. And whatever the modern man does, it doesn't help our mind, our body, or the intellect, okay? So if you can adopt a little bit of Indianness throughout your life, I think you would be able to learn Vedic astrology. It's not Western astrology. It's very different, okay? Even though Western astrology, you know, the Iraqis, Macedonians, they learned from Indians, and Greeks learned it. That's how the Western astrology was born. But the kind of knowledge, wisdom we have is far, far ahead, okay? So with that, I'm stopping here. I took too much of time, made you boring. If you have any questions, okay, I can try helping you.
That was a wonderful insight into what can be investment and how we can use Vedic astrology for making a perfect investment. Thank you so much, Santhosh ji. It was really a great subject. We could have taken more time, but there's a limitation today for us. We have a lot of delegates from Russia who will be speaking to us after the tea break. Yeah. We have a question here. So is only japa sufficient, or we also have to do, there's this phrase, pratama pratima puja, japastotrani madhyamam, uttamam manasa puja. So japam is only the second part. Manasa puja is the top part. So is only japa sufficient, or we also have to do meditation and learn more about astrology as well as use this?
See, this is based on my life experience, okay? what my grandma told me, what my dad told me, okay? So see, I'm from Kerala, okay? Here, we do upasana in Kerala, tantric upasana, okay? It's Vedic tantra. It's not, tamasic tantra.
Okay.
Okay? It's Vedic tantra, Sattvic tantra. Okay? That was born during the time of Bhagavan Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay? He elaborated substantially in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the kind of tantra Narada Panjaratram came out from, I guess, Narada Panjaratram. So that's a kind of tantra. So you can do manasika upasana, tantrika upasana, whatever, See, the bottom line is you have to stop too many thoughts. I think you mentioned 80,000 thoughts coming into human mind, okay, that can disintegrate your thought process, okay? So everything is for cleanness of mind.
I have a question.
Nishkama Swamiji has a question. You please ask.
So the prediction part that
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
in Vedic tradition
Yeah.
is very much accurate that we know.
Yeah.
And but also there is a limitation to that also we know in Vedic tradition. Markandeya Muni. Markandeya Muni, his astrological chart,
Okay.
it was predicted that his lifespan is only 10 years.
Okay.
But his father was a Vaishnav.
Okay.
He knows how to change the fate of a individual.
Yep.
So what he has advised him, so in our house always some devotees of Narayana, Vaishnavas are coming.
Okay.
So you must serve them. So that boy was serving very nicely. So once great saints came, the Chatusan, the devotees of Narayana. When that boy served and they blessed him,
Yeah.
Ayushman Bhava. Then father told that he is only living 10 years, so he give him any other boon.
Okay.
We already given him the boon.
Yeah.
Then so let's first check whether that prediction was correct or not. They went to Brahmaji and
Okay.
seen his real calculation, and exactly it was 10 years.
Okay.
But they told that whether our blessing will be gone wrong, whatever our words will be wrong, untrue. No, it cannot be.
Okay.
Then Brahmaji given his life's 7 years to that Markandeya Muni who was seeing the devastation also, who was having only 10 years, it becomes so large.
Okay.
So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who the founder of all the Gaudiya Maths,
Okay.
he used to often say that Krishna Bhakta Jodi Hoye Balaban, Bidhir Bidhan ke Kati Kore Khan Khan. If the devotee of Krishna is powerful, he plays with the fate.
Thank you, sir. You have any answers,
Yeah.
sir?
See, yasmin sarvam viliyete vastu dat paramarthagam edadrisham param brahma radha krishno na samshaya. Okay, that's what it says in Vedas. Okay? Yasmin sarvam viliyete vastu dat paramarthagam edad. It's called in Vedanta param brahma. Radha Krishna na samshaya. With no doubt, it's Radha and Krishna. I cannot fight him, okay? I've been doing my japa, Krishna japa, just Krishna japa, okay? I don't even, see, we had a Pardevada Kali. So I used to do a lot of japam, then I gave up on her, just Krishna, Krishna, when I met that auntie, like 20, 25 years back. So then he keeps giving me trouble. He doesn't give me any, he doesn't let me off. Then eventually I started reading Bhagavad, and then I found out, okay, he's not going to come to you unless I please Kali. Because even Radha did Kartyayini Vrata for 41 days to get him back. Okay, I swear the God. From that moment, I started doing the japa, picking the two names, okay? From there, from the mantra which gopis used. Okay, I was lucky I was able to understand Moolam Bhagavatam, 18,000 slokas, okay? And
You are very fortunate, in fact,
Yeah.
because Vedavyas also says in the age of Kali, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevala, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranatha. So he emphasized three times actually.
Without question, because even in in what you call Sahasranama, there is a conversation between Sri Parameshwara and Sri Parvati. Parvati is telling, okay, Kenupayena Lughna Vishnur Nama Sahasragam Pathyadair Pandhidair Nityam Shrodum Ichamyaham Prabho. Hey Prabhu, okay, I'm a housewife. I have time limitation. I don't have much time as much you have. You guys are rishis. You don't have to take care of a family. Okay, we are here. I don't have time. So give me something shortcut. So he said, Shri Rama Rama Rame 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 Manurame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanani. Okay, you just chant Rama twice. Okay, then it's equivalent to Sahasranamam, because some of them are not so insignificant, because Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, okay? He is the supreme God, okay? Now, one Krishna is equal to 4 Rama, okay? So when I chant one Krishna, okay, it's equal to, 4 Sahasranama. So I can't fight Krishna, no matter how spiritually elevated you are. I can never understand him. Okay, and Markandeya Maharshi. Okay, even Lord Shiva had difficulty controlling. No, it's not because he had difficulty. He is doing it for the welfare of the universe. Okay, to teach us a lesson. Okay, it's Bhagavan Shiva himself is Supreme Brahman too. Okay, so he is Krishna too. So he is teaching the world. Okay, it's really tough to conquer. And
I would like to tell
sir.
tell you a small incident of this astrological conversation
Yeah.
of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and one astrologer.
yeah,
So he came to see the chart of Mahaprabhu.
okay,
So he has such power. When he sees the hand, then he can meditate and he can see what happened in his past life.
Yeah.
So whenever he's closing his eyes, he's seeing that one cowherd boy is playing with the cows like Krishna.
Yeah.
So he's not saying anything. Then Mahaprabhu was smiling. So what happened? You are not answering. Then he himself told, Purbe janme chilam gavir rakhal, sei punyete halam brahmaner chaval. In the previous life, I was a servitor of cows. And with that punya, I become the son of a brahmana. In this way, he tried to tell.
I totally agree with you. See, even if you look into mathematics, it's not applicable for Bhagavan Krishna. Okay? The mathematics we learn are what? It's not Shastra. Okay? It's not considered to be Shastra. Okay? Anything that doesn't have to do with Atma, Shree Krishna Paramatma, okay? Okay, so, Sarva Bhudatma, even the Bhakti says, unless you can see Lord Krishna in everybody, okay? That's not Nirguna Bhakti, okay? So anything that doesn't talk about that particular high extreme Bhakti is not Shastra. I agree. Okay, Vedic astrology, see, if you have such a highly elevated Markandeya, he could even conquer the anger, the lust. Devendra sent, Apsaras, so many Apsaras, to create lust in him, to have him stop his tapasya. Okay? They couldn't stop him. So, all this is integrated with Maya, okay? Jupiter is Brahman, Krishna, so, but what I am saying is, among the Shastras, whatever you call it, this is something that could be applicable Okay, this is something that could be applicable and that can help you reap substantial reward.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. We will conclude it here. It was a great insight into both Vedic astrology and your investment proposals. Finally, we will say Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnaya Vasudevaya Harai Paramatmane Pranatha Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Thank you so much, Santhosh ji, and for the insights that he has given to us. We'll have a break now. I think we exceeded by some time. We're sorry for that. We'll have a break for 20 minutes, not more than that. We'll come back and we have the whole, the Russian delegation who will be speaking to us, enlightening us, enriching us, and giving all the best programs today. We'll come back in 20 minutes from now. It is 11:47, so should be by 12:05, please. Thank you.